Our first animal is from Madagascar. Have you ever heard of Madagascar before?
Yes!
You know, everybody's heard of that since the movie came out. This animal is actually one of the heaviest animals found on Madagascar. Introducing Micah and Quintana. Now what are you expecting, huh? Yeah, we're talking about the tortoise, not the trainer. Yeah, Quintana is one of the heaviest animals found on Madagascar. This is a radiated tortoise. And radiated tortoises are critically endangered. Endangered means there used to be a lot of them. There's not so many of them anymore. Dallas Zoo works with a lot of conservation efforts to help out our endangered species. And in fact, we work with programs called Species Survival Plans, or SSPs. You might hear about these throughout your time here at the zoo today. SSPs, or Species Survival Plans, is basically match.com for our animals. Making sure that we can match them with animals across the country and sometimes internationally as well. Well, these programs started with birds and with mammals, and when they started the reptile one, the very first reptile SSP went to the radiated tortoise. So we've known that these guys have been endangered for a while. We're really working hard to help out these species. They're endangered for several reasons. Habitat loss in their environment. The pet trade is a big issue for radiated tortoises. You guys want a turtle or a tortoise as a pet, make sure you do your research. You know exactly how long they're going to live, what you need to feed them, their heat requirements. I recommend going to a shelter and getting a shelter animal for your pets at home. But if you really feel like you need to get a tortoise, like I said, do your research on it. The longest lived radiated tortoise in the entire world was at least 188 years old. So if you're going to care for an animal's entire life, make sure your great-grandkids want a tortoise as well. Because a good pet owner will take care of that animal for its entire life. So these guys are very, very long-lived. Now, are tortoises super fast runners? No, not really. Tortoises can be slow, and they can be slow because they don't have to chase their food down. He can walk right up to a banana. It's not going to split. He doesn't have to worry about his food getting up and running away. Also, he doesn't have to worry too much about running away from predators. He's got that big, hard, protective shell on his back. And that big, hard, protective shell, he's going to pop his head into it. He's going to put his feet in front of his head to protect his head. And that shell is going to be great protection for him. Now, big myth about turtles and tortoises. Do you guys think he can feel if we touch him on the shell? Yes, no, we're not sure. We're going to give this a try. We're going to plop Quintana front and center. We're going to scratch him on the shell and see if he reacts to this. So, let's see. Let's try the back side of the shell. That's where I see him fine. Look at that. See how he moves to that? And he definitely can feel it. Turtles and tortoises can feel when you touch them on the shell. They have nerve endings that run all the way through that shell. So if you guys ever see a turtle or tortoise in their natural environment, be gentle with them. Don't run up and go knock, knock, knock. Is anybody home? That's very rough on them. If you happen to see one crossing a road and you can safely help them cross, the key word is safely help them cross. Don't put yourself in danger. Always put the turtle and tortoise on the side towards where they are going, not the closest side. Point them in the same direction they were going. If you put them on the closest side and it's not where they were heading to, they will go right back into the road and try to get to where they were going. They're very intent on location. All right, thanks, Quintana. You were great out here. We've got another animal coming out to see you today. So, Quintana, would you anyone remember where he's from?
Madagascar.
Excellent. This next